Hi, this is Doug Davis with Caron Realty. I'm the broker in charge, and this is Ask Doug. And today we're going to talk about insurance. And I'm sure I'm going to catch you on some of these things, but I'd like to go over homeowner insurance, master insurance, renter's insurance, flood insurance, and umbrella policies. So, and as those relate to real estate. So whether you own a condo, piece of land, a house, these all apply. So insurance, okay, you want to have fire insurance, liability insurance, and water. Water insurance comes in various types, but I'll go over each one of these things and each type of property. So each thing will have a little bit different collection of insurances. So, okay, so homeowner insurance for land, you want to have fire and liability. So you own a piece of land, you could have a fire, the brush could burn, the trees, the plants, maybe you're storing something that can burn. Kid could light a fire, a cigarette could light a fire. And then you have liability on vacant land. You have kids walking over, but people walking over, driving into the property. They could get hurt, and that's your fault. So want to have fire and liability for land. For a house, you'd have three. You have fire, liability, and plumbing. Plumbing can flood. You might have a flood zone as well. You might be next to a stream or right next to the ocean. So I guess that would go for land too. You could be close to a body of water, river, stream, ocean, same thing. And then condo, you have fire, liability, and plumbing. You would have a leak. The wash machine could leak, your bathtub could overflow, your shower could leak, your toilet seal could go and drip down. And one of the things that people forget most often with a condo is what's called sudden flood or a burst pipe, or the bathtub overflowing. Sudden flood. If that happens, that will drip down into the unit below and the unit below that and go all the way down to the ground floor. You could easily have $1 million worth of damage going down a stack in a condo. And they go sideways too. So you not only could get your stack, but the stacks on either side of you and go all the way down. Oh my gosh, millions of dollars. So most people have the minimum coverage for what I'm calling sudden flood, which is for contents in your own unit. It's usually set at 15,000. 15,000 doesn't go very far. Your kitchen cabinetry could be that particle board or not, and it gets damaged, and you won't be able to find replacement pieces. It won't match. So you got to do the whole kitchen. And that's going to be more than $15,000, materials, labor. So you want to increase that. You want more than 15,000. So you need to figure out what you think might get damaged and increase that. And then usually they have $1 million policy for the water descending into other units. So I had an example of a townhouse. It was upstairs and it leaked into the downstairs. And what it was the kitchen water was replaced with a very cheap valve made out of plastic. The plastic broke and it flooded, dripped for days before it was discovered, filled up the space in between the two units, and then burst rather surprisingly to the tenant down below, flooded his closet. All of his clothes got damaged, covered with black liquid from the glue and dust and everything, and damaged the cabinetry in his kitchen down below. And yeah, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage. So better check on your flood, on your homeowner insurance for condos. The master insurance policy will kick in when it passes a certain dollar, and they will usually assist your homeowner policy for these gigantic damages when it goes down the condo floors. So, but that doesn't cover your own unit. So you do need to have your own fire liability and plumbing for your own condo. So don't think that the master will take care of your unit exclusively. It will not. Okay, and then renter's insurance, that's really just for renters that are in your property renting and for their contents, so their possessions. And if they get robbed, then they have something to cover their things. Your homeowner insurance doesn't cover their things. It would cover your furniture if someone was to take your bed or something strange like that. All right, and then flood insurance, really the two types, the one that I spoke about, which is broken pipes, washer, tub, ice makers, and the like. And then the other is rivers, stream, storms, ocean fronts, that sort of thing. So you have that. And then umbrella policy. Well, if you've got a number of rentals, you might want to increase your overall liability policy, called an umbrella policy, to have better coverage if you get in a giant lawsuit and the liability is great. So it's called an umbrella policy. Talk to your insurance agent on whether you think that that's a good idea for you, depending on your portfolio. So that's really about it. I find so many people in my walks of life, the different clients, and they have a piece of land and they have no insurance. That's actually very common. They didn't think they needed it. And I found many people that had no sudden flood insurance, and that's just really scary because I do see buildings leak all the time. And a good policy for the association would be to check every single plumbing fixture in every unit in the building every year, and then replace, fix anything that's not up to snuff, just so that you don't. It's just it takes so long to repair things. And demoing, if it's I just had a shower pan go out, and you have to jackhammer out the entire shower and start all over. It's no fun, and you have a deductible as well, so you are paying out of pocket, and then the people below you have to do the same thing. So there you go. It's a good idea to have a review of your insurance policy coverages, and stay out of trouble and make sure you're insured and you're not out of pocket when something happens. All right, and hope to see you next week with next topic. And thank you very much. Call me with questions or email. Aloha.